Hello guys and welcome to All for Hunters. Today Sightmark introduces a new rifle scope. It's the Sightmark Wraith Mini Thermal. It's a thermal imaging rifle scope. It's a very compact and pretty lightweight device. It's very rugged and it has one very important feature. It's offered at less than 2,000 euros, all included, in most European countries. It's the first time that such a thermal imaging rifle scope with its performance class is offered less than 2,000 euros in the market. But let's take a look at in detail at its performance and its features. The Wraith Mini Thermal is powered by two CR123 batteries. They're very easy to find. Inside the box we will find two non-rechargeable lithium batteries that can power the Wraith Mini Thermal for up to 4.4 hours if we do not use advanced features such as audio-video recording. The audio-video recording uses a micro SD as a storage. Capacity is up to 128 gigs. It's not included in the box. You need to purchase one to enable the feature. Additionally, it can also take snapshots of what's happening inside the viewfinder. Talking about the viewfinder, thanks to the AMOLED display, the whole device is able to work at extreme temperatures, and the resolution is 1024 by 768 HD full color, because even if the sensor of the Mini Thermal is in black and white, essentially the internal thermal imaging engine is able to calculate false colors to enhance contrast in specific situations. 5 such palettes are available through the menu, and there is also, of course, the usual black hot and white hot palettes that you can find in every thermal imaging device. I tested the Sightmark Wraith Mini Thermal with a Sabatti rover shooter, which is a rifle which I would define as a crossover. It's a high accuracy action with a competition barrel that is placed into a configuration and a stock that's ideal for hunting. I also used a Benelli Argo E Pro in 3006, and just for the kicks of it, on a civilian version of the Sturmgewehr 540, I hope I pronounced that well, in 222 caliber. It's a 40-year-old vintage gun that is amazing to shoot and to handle. I have tested the Sightmark Wraith Mini Thermal under a host of circumstances. For example, under the fog or under the rain with the sun. It has always performed very well. Considering the price to performance is incredible. For 2,000 euros, you're getting a very decent thermal imaging device, which has the possibility of focusing down to 40 centimeters away from the objective, which means that you can actually use this as a handheld observation device, even to observe very close objects. For example, when you're trying to look for drops of blood and other things. It has a decent dynamic range. It has a very good detection distance. You can detect game at longer ranges, up to, I believe, 1,000 meters. The resolution is reasonable. I would say that the maximum magnification of 16 per is a bit much, because you will see the individual pixels. Very usable, the 8 per, which is going to enable you to place a very accurate shot on game. Zeroing is extremely simple. Basically, you shoot 3 rounds, first at a good distance like 20 meters and then at 100 meters, and you just move the reticle from the point of impact to the actual point of aim. There are a lot of reticles that can be chosen from. Additionally, it is possible to choose the color of the reticles, and this is interesting, especially when we are using the color palettes. I much prefer the rubber bellows type eyepiece cover, because it allows me to have a good point of reference where to place the eye, to avoid a scope kiss in case of heavy recoiling firearms. My opinion on the Sightmark Wraith Mini Thermal is extremely positive. It's affordable at less than 2,000 euros in most European countries. It gives a amazing entry point for first-timers that have listened to the hype of marketing in regards to thermal and want to actually test them by themselves on the field, and at the same time can be extremely interesting for the experienced hunter, which need to have a backup, a dependable, reliable, rugged backup. In the end, it is a product that has a lot of very good premium features, and it's offered at a absolutely entry-level price point. But what is the actual distance and types of hunt that I can do with the Sightmark Wraith Mini Thermal? Because of the magnification range, which goes from a native magnification with the highest resolution at 2 per, going all the way up to 16 per, but in my opinion, the most you can use it is at about 8 per. Maybe even 4 per in some situations. The maximum distance which I would shoot game is about 100, maybe 120 meters. In some very specific situations, 150 meters. So essentially driven hunts, hunting where you have a very limited short to medium distance maximum range at which you expect game to be appearing, and so on. Please continue following all4hunters.com, and please let us know what you think of Sightmark's new Wraith Mini Thermal in the comments below.